Hi students, very good morning to one another. My name is Maheshwari. I am from CSC department. I belongs to MBR College of Engineering and Technology. I hope everyone is fine to this pandemic situation. I am very happy to see you here. Today onwards, I start the online classes for third BTech first semester. Subject name is Operating System. So let me know the operating system concept for introduction. The subject name, which is nothing but operating system. Here we heard two words, those are operating and system. What does mean system? A system is a things working together as a part of mechanism or an interconnecting or network that we can call as a system. What does mean operating? Controlling the functioning of machine, process or system that we call as operating. The two functionalities clumping together, we can call them operating system. Let me know the definition. There is no universal accepted definition. An operating system is a program that acts as intermediary or interface between a user of computer and the computer hardware. So it says that operating system is interface between user and computer hardware. What does user? What the user? Who can use the computer? Those are user. What does mean the computer hardware? Whatever the components are connected to the computer, it all we can call it as computer hardware. So these two will be interfaced by using of operating system that we can call as operating system. Here the operating system have four major goals. These goals will be completely fulfilled by the operating system. Those are control, execute user or application programs, make the computer system convenient to use, easy the solving of user problems, use the computer hardware in an efficient manner. First one, the goal will be approach, control or execute user or application programs. Whatever the application programs will be developed by using of operating system must be controlled and final output will be given by using of execution. And second one is make the computer system convenient to use. Whatever the computer system we will be used by using of operating system, it will be user convenient and means user understandable will be important here. And easy the solving of user problems. Whatever the problems will be occurred in computer, that problems will be easily solved by using of operating system. Use the computer hardware in an efficient manner. Whatever the computer hardware will be developed in a computer, the operating system will be efficiently manner of using computer hardware. What is an operating system? Here, in previously we learned the definition of the computer operating system and the goals of the operating system. What does operating system? The most important program that runs on your computer manages all other programs on the machine that we can call as operating system. Each and every PC has to move one to run another application or programs. It's the first thing loaded. In this operating system, it performs a basic task such as recognizing input. Where the input will be taken, it will be recognized. Those inputs will mostly we can take in keyboard or mouse. And second one is sending output to the monitor, where the output will be sending. In by using of input, the output will be displayed as the monitor. And third one is keeping track of files. Here we use the multiple programming and multiple tasks. So number of files is there. That files will be executed by using of the processor. That processor will be keeping the track of files and directories on the disk and controlling the peripheral devices. Here the peripheral devices are software devices and hardware devices, such as disk drives and printers, also controlling. Here the printers will be used as sequencing. So one after another. So one will be completed and there will be in running process. So those processes will be control the peripheral devices. Is there more than one type of OS? Yes, we have four types of OS. Based on the type of computer, the control and the sort of application they support. Here, single user or single task. The first one is single user and single task. The name itself, single user, means only one user can access the computer or one man can use the computer. Single task means only one thing will be executed. Those are the same, but the names are different. The single user and single task type manage the computer so that one user can effectively do one thing at a time. One time, the one user will be executed the process, no another one. So here we can take the example of real time is our keypad mobiles. And second one is and second one is multi-user and multitask. The name itself, multitask, means here two or more users will run the same time. So multiple users, two or more members will be used, and multitask means two or more users can use the same thing at the same time, that we can call as multitask. Allow two or more users to run programs at the same time. Some operating system permits hundreds or even thousands of concurrent users. The operating system will be obeyed mainly mainframes, Linux, and Unix also. A third type of operating system is real-time operating system. In this real-time operating system, it is also called as RTOs. These RTOs are used to control machinery, scientific instructions, and industrial system. There is typically very little user interface capability, resources, and managed so that a particular operation execute the same every time. And fourth one is single user multitasking. Here only one user will be used and number of things will be developed. So This mostly it will be used as desktop computers or laptop used today. Microsoft Windows and Apple's Mac OS are both examples of operating system that will let a single user have several programs in an operating system at the same time. Functions of the operating system. There are number of functions. Those are security, control and over performance, job accounting, error detecting aids, coordination between other software and users, memory management, process management, device management, and last file management. These are the functions of the operating system. Let me know each and everything. Security. The operating system uses password protection to protect user data and similar other techniques. It also prevents unauthorized access to programs and other data that we can call as a security. Control over system performance monitors overall system health to help improve performance, regards the response time between service request and system response to have a complete view of system health. This can help improve performance by providing important information needed to the problems. Job accounting. Operating system as earlier said, keep track of time and resources used by various tasks and users. This information can be used to track resource using for a particular user or group of the user. Next, fourth one is error detecting aids. Operating system and constantly monitors the system to detect error and avoid the manufacturing of computer system. Fifth one is coordination between other software and user. Operating system also coordinate and assign interpreters, compilers, assemblers, and other softwares to the various users of computer system. And sixth one is memory management. The operating system manages the primary memory or main memory. Main memory is made up of large array of bytes or words where each byte is assigned a certain address. Main memory is a fast memory and it can be accessed directly by the CPU. An operating system performs the following activities of memory. It keeps track of primary memory, that is, which bytes of memory are used by which user program, that program address that have already been allocated, and the memory address of the memory that has not yet been used. In multiple programs, the OS decided the order in which process are access to the memory. Seventh one is process management. The function of OS is called process scheduling. An operating system performs the following activities for the process management. Mainly keeps track of the status of process. The program which performs this task is known as traffic control, allocates the CPU, that is process to process, deallocate the processor when your process is no more required. And the eighth one is device management. and OS manages device communication, their respective drivers. It performs the following activities: device management, keeps track of all devices connected to the system. A program responsible for every device known as input-output controller decides which process gets access to certain device and for how long, allocates device in an effective and efficient way, deallocates the device when they are no longer required. At last one, which is file management. A file system is organized in directories for efficient or easy navigation and uses. These nine are the functionalities of operating system. And next one is services of operating system. In these services of operating system, it will be provide program execution. The program's execution, the operating system is responsible for executing of all types of program, whether it being used programs or system programs. The operating system utilizes various resources available for the efficient running of all types of functionalities. And second one is handling input and output operations. It is responsible for handling all sorts of inputs from keyboard, mouse, desktop, etc. The operating system does all interface in the most appropriate manner regarding all the kinds of input and outputs. For example, there is a difference of nature of all types peripheral devices such as mouse or keyboard. The operating system is responsible for handling data between them. Manipulation of file system. The operating system is responsible for making of decisions regarding the storage of all types of data or files, that is floppy disk, hard disk, pen drive, etc. The operating system decides as how should the data should be manipulated and stored. The fourth one is error detection and handling. The operating system is responsible for detection of any types of error or bugs that can occur while any task. Fifth one is resource allocation. The operating system ensures the proper use of all the resources available by deciding which resource should be used by whom, for how much time. All the decisions are taken by the operating system. The sixth one is accounting. The operating system tracks an account of all the functionalities taking place in the computer system at that time. The type of errors occurred are recorded by the operating system. At last, seventh one is information and resource protection. The operating system is responsible for using all information and resource available on machine in the most protected way. The operating system must an attempt for any external resource to any sort of data or information. These are the services of OS and OS managed applications. Operating system provide the software platform on the top of which other application programs can run. The application programs must be written to run on a particular operating system. So your choice of operating system determines what application software you can run. Operating system functions. Besides managing hardware and software resources on the system, the OS must manage resources and memory. There are two broad tasks to be accomplished: OS memory storage and management. Here we see the memory management. There is a disk storage. In this disk storage will be sent to virtual memory. Whatever the virtual memory will be taken, that will be sent RAM memory. Whatever the RAM memory have, there are bidirectional, the bus connection will be connected in between RAM and virtual memory also. Whatever the information will be transferred from virtual to RAM, and whatever the information will be received from RAM to virtual, both operations will be done in these two. And RAM will be transfer the information to cache, and this cache will be transferred to the CPU. Then the process will be doing the whatever the memory will be given the operation. So these are the memory management. Each process must have enough memory in which to execute, and it can neither run into the memory space of another process nor be run into by another process. Here, see the example. There are two cars are here. If the two cars are moving in the same direction, the same field, and it will be same memory will be used, then the accident will be occurred. So this accident will be occurred and collapse the cars as fast as. So we can manage the storage of the management by using of enough memory in which each execute. The different types of memory management in the system must be used properly so that each process can run most effectively. As earlier, what we manage the memory by using a processor, the same thing will be happen to storage of management. Here, cache memory. Cache memory is a smallest memory and it is more faster than to other memories. It is a section of computer memory which temporarily retains recently accessed data in order to speed of repeated access to the same data, and it provides them rapid access without having to wait for the system load. And RAM memory. RAM means random access memory. The name itself, random access memory, means it can do both operations, read and write. It is the best known form of computer memory. RAM considered random access because you can access any memory cell directly if you know the row or column that insert at the cell. This is the RAM. The RAM will be like this. The more RAM you can computer has, faster programs and functions. The two main types are called DRAM and SRAM. DRAM means dynamic RAM, SRAM means static RAM. In this board, the static RAM is very faster than DRAM, but static RAM is more expensive. Remember that the power is turned off, then all the data in RAM that has not been saved to the hard disk, it is lost. And virtual memory. This is the image of the main memory. The virtual memory method of using hard disk space to provide extra memory. It simultaneous additional RAM. In Windows, the amount of virtual memory available equal to the amount of free RAM plus the amount of disk space allocated to the swap file. See, this is the virtual memory place. Here there is a connection, and you can hard disk will be here, and minimum and maximum age will be taken. If the virtual memory is disabled, we can click on the button, then we proceed. Okay, if virtual memory is not be needed disabled, we cannot click the here, then we move to the OK button. So whatever the file we can swap, we're using of disk swap to equal amount of free RAM, we can use the virtual memory. And OS wake up call. When you turn on the computer to a PC, the first program that runs in a set of instructions keeping the computer, which is read-only memory. This read-only memory will wake up the OS. It checks to make ensure everything is functioning properly, and it checks the CPU memory, but and basic input output system, that is BIOS for errors. Once successful, the software will be begin to active the computer disk drives. It then find the first piece of operating system. Here the bootstrapper loader will be applied. The OS booting the PC. All of you know what is the booting process. The bootstrapper loader is a small program that has a single function. It loads the operating system into memory and allows into the begin option operation. The bootstrapper loader set up the small drivers programs that interface with and control the various hardware. It set up the division of memory, user information, and application also. Next, OS booting the process. It establishes the data structure, needs to communicate within and between the subsystems and applications of the computer. Here, those are the subsystems, and here the data will be communicate by using of data structures. It turns the control of computer system over to operating system. Thank you, students.